Wow. What do you think of that? What don't you think of that? I think that girl has got everything that she deserves.
Excuse me. Like
One candlestick. Hold on.
I like
One candlestick holder.
strap my way on over to you.
It's just
No, you do.
dickhead.
Dickhead.
It's now fake everything we say. Shut up. Right, my bad. One vase.
Babe.
It's annoying, this is why I don't want to sell on Thingy Bob. One candlestick holder. Candlestick holder. And one bowl thing.
Bowl thing.
That's what I'm writing, one bowl thing. How do you sleep in here? You ain't even got a fan.
I have. It's in a box somewhere though.
When we're millionaires, babe, don't worry, you have 20 fans. I might get aircon when I'm a multi-millionaire.
We'll ask James to come do our aircon.
Yeah, I'll be like, can I please have some aircon? Yeah. Although I don't like sleeping with aircon
No,
either.
I hate aircon.
Yeah, drives you out.
I really hate aircon. I'd rather have underfloor heating.
Ooh.
When
Imagine
you
both.
walk along on your feet.
Yeah.
Although I don't like my feet being hot.
No, me neither, but when you get out the shower and the bath and that's lovely.
That's nice, yes.
Did you have that in the old place?
What, underfloor heating?
Yeah.
No. It's alright.
I can jump off of... No, it's done it for you.
Who?
It's done it for you.
Yeah, I had to come out and go in it again.
Right. So.
Go.
Hello everyone and welcome to Middle Aged Opinion. No.
Yep.
No, because I didn't say podcast. Did I?
We don't need to say podcast.
Do we not say
Have we
podcast?
ever said podcast?
I don't know. Hello everyone and welcome to Middle Aged Opinion. I'm your host Ellie.
I'm Emily.
And still after all these months I don't know what's happening.
Every time. So today we are looking at... What are we looking at? Hang on.
It won't say it in there because
It
it's been
will.
put over there.
Because I saved it. Am I the devil?
Yes.
Am I the devil?
So,
depends who you are.
no, you're not.
Depends who you are.
So, Am I the Devil basically is a subreddit of where people have read people's stories that can be, am I an arsehole, here, there and everywhere. And they deem these people so bad that they move them over to the subreddit, Am I the Devil? Because their stories are just unbelievable. So
I found some really appalling ones, and then I
They're all
actually
appalling.
felt like I couldn't even read it because I didn't want to come under any sort of category because I've read their story out loud. Like I felt offended.
yeah, but that's what I'm saying.
You know, it was bad. So
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah, that's why they've been
Like,
put over
how have you
there.
even got the nerve to write that?
So I've actually got so much from that because, you know, I was just like, mate, you're out of control. So I'm going to start us with my 25 male sister, 26 female, is mad I don't want a relationship with her friend. How can I express how it hurts me? Could have done without the I. What they mean is how it hurts me. I'm so angry at my sister and it's getting ridiculous. She sighed, did I say that? Yeah, ridiculous. Ridiculous. And she's siding with her friend over me. Mind you, she's only known her friend since college and me our entire life. So anyway, here's the backstory. Apparently, she's confessed to my sister that she has had a crush on me for years. And she was scared to tell my sister. My sister said we would be a great couple and told me she really isn't my type. She's super religious, but I'm not, and some other stuff. Anyway, I did agree to give it a shot. We went on one day and hooked up. Afterwards, I decided she wasn't my type and stopped replying.
After hooking up?
Yeah.
Shame.
Now my sister is furious at me. The thing is, I can't control my feelings. Apparently, she feels I led her and she wouldn't have hooked up with me if she knew I was going to ghost her. But I didn't know I was going to ghost her. I just reflected after the date and realised
Nah.
we are different. Sometimes everyone does. I don't know. This is all just crazy, and I have had to force myself to explain this. Am I the devil?
No. Not
No.
the devil. Probably made some poor choices and broke somebody's heart, bless her. She clearly sounds a little bit more vulnerable than what he is.
Sounds really needy,
But
in my opinion.
I'm going to call her vulnerable.
Okay, needy. Yeah, that's Emily's nice way of saying needy.
No, only because he said that she was quite religious. So, in that sense, there's a possibility that she thought like this was love, and that's why she went the extra.
But she went the extra on the first date, babe.
Listen, I'm not judging her on
No,
that.
listen, I
But
don't
maybe
care.
she felt there was something more happening.
Well,
Or-
she said she's been in love with him for years, right?
Yeah.
But she still slept with him on the. Listen, I'm not defending him because he got his leg over because he got
He's
his
a
leg
man.
over, right? And he was like, I can see myself having a quickie here. Let's see if anything, because he already knew.
She's already into me.
Right,
Like, it's a sure thing.
Right, they knew that. He knew they didn't have anything in common. He probably didn't really fancy her, or probably would have approached the situation before. So he thought, she wants to, so I'll give her a bit of nookie, and that's that, because that's what's happened. But the reason he was moved over is because people are mad. They said you slept with her and decided that. You used her for sex. Simple as that. You're a dickhead. And that's where people are coming from.
He's a massive dickhead, and it's his sister's mate, and
Yeah.
you know, there's a whole other level of shittiness there.
Exactly. Then we've got, he knew he had no intention of a relationship before the date.
It does seem that way.
He just slept with her because he could. It's not that hard to not treat your sister's friend like trash. So I agree, actually. I think he did sleep with her because he could, and he had definitely no intention of taking it any further, any time. So he is a massive arsehole. I don't think he's the devil.
No, I don't think it's
No.
the devil.
No.
But, yeah, arsehole, major.
Yeah, I mean, he already knew it weren't going anywhere. He did know, so he should have taken her for
did.
dinner, see if they had anything in common and called it a day. But he took it that one step further by...
That's because his ego was leading him, because
Well,
she
yeah.
probably literally like laid it on him.
Yeah,
Like, how
I
much
love
she
you.
loves him.
Yeah, and it's just...
And how gorgeous he is, and how much she's always fancied him.
Yeah. I mean, she did still put out, though, babe. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, like...
But who's to say he wasn't complimenting her back? So maybe
He probably was. He probably was, because he knew it was a short fit. My point is, babe, because I don't care if you put out on the first date or what, but if you're going to put out, expect...
the fallback.
The fallback, because I don't... She must have known that you weren't really into it either, because he definitely would have...
Yeah, would have probably jumped on it a little bit sooner.
Yeah, there would have been more to it, like, you know, but I think she's 5% to blame and he's 95%. How about that?
If you like.
Yeah. Because I have to give her a little bit, because she was like, you love
For
me.
being so fucking naive.
Yeah.
Love yourself, girl.
Exactly.
Like,
Over to you.
respect yourself.
Literally.
Alright, this one's one of those ones I'm like, oh, it's a bit of a naughty one.
Okay, we like naughty
I feel
ones.
not naughty, I mean...
Did it upset you? I like ones where you get upset and
No,
enraged.
not like that. So, this one is, am I the devil for financially supporting my sister who is a human trafficker?
So now I've got the fucking umbrella.
I said it was naughty. It's a naughty one.
Okay.
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 I mean, I only read a little bit and like, yeah, I might save that one because that's gonna...
Enrage you during the story. I prefer that, you know. I prefer it when we don't read to overreading, because I like my reaction, like that one I read where I told you where I was wearing the pink and the white shirt, and then the last story I thought would just finish us off nicely, and you were getting crosser and crosser, and I was getting more excited as I was reading, because it just kept getting worse.
I needed to go find that girl and message her and say,
how many
pull yourself
podcasts
together.
before that comes on?
That's what I'm trying to get done for next week.
Perfect.
But because it's a higgledy-piggledy.
I feel like you've got to re-upload it. It's all labelled. I don't know what to do. I label it for you. It's her fault. It's not mine.
It's just long.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway. So,
Go
am I the arsehole? This is how it started.
Yeah.
And it got moved, obviously.
on. Yeah.
For sending money to my half-sister now, against the wishes of my wife and other sisters. So that's how it started before it got moved over.
Right.
Because he clearly didn't explain why he was sending over money.
Right.
Right. My dad had an affair and left to be with his new girlfriend. They had a daughter, Liz. My dad passed away a few years ago. I met Liz maybe 5 times in my life, the last of which was my dad's funeral. I got a letter from Liz a few weeks ago. It turns out she's in prison. She owed an employment agency that was taking money from criminals to falsify paperwork and send trafficked workers to work in slave-like conditions. She got a long sentence.
Good.
Liz wanted me to visit her, which I did, where she asked me for some help. She said her mother and all her friends have cut her off once they found out what she was doing.
Good.
Nobody is talking to her or visiting her.
Good.
She made a lot of money through her criminal activities with several homes and vehicles and nice clothes. All of it is gone. The police took everything. She doesn't have a penny to her name. She will be homeless when she gets out, and her company has been shut down. The prison she's in has a scheme where well-behaved prisoners don't have to wear uniforms and can wear their own clothes, provided they aren't a security risk, meaning anything that could cause a prisoner to be mistaken for a guard. Liz left a few of the dresses she owned at her former friend's place and her mother's place. Obviously, I don't agree with how she was able to afford those dresses, but I think that those prison uniforms are pretty dehumanizing. She all don't look at me. Don't hit me.
Dehumanizing.
Right, stop.
Bitch.
She's already being punished by being in there and doesn't need to be humiliated further. She said she wanted to feel beautiful again and wanted her dresses back. It wouldn't cost me anything, so I thought it wouldn't do any harm to get the dresses and bring them to the prison. Liz also asked if I could send her some money. The prison provides things like toiletries and personal care items, but they are very low quality. However, better ones are available for prisoners to purchase.
Oh, she missing her Pantene.
She's also started working out, and prisoners can buy things like protein shakes, and she also wants to buy makeup. I've said I would send her $50 a week, which isn't much for me, but is a huge amount in prison. $50 a week.
That's a lot of money. That's £200 a month, brother.
Yeah. She was delighted and hugged me. However, I told my wife Katie and she was very upset. We have a 6-year-old son and a 4-month-old daughter. Katie said that they should be priority, not my long-lost sister. I think it's possible to care for all of them at the same time, but my wife says Liz is not our problem. I spoke to my older sister Sarah about this, but she utterly despises my dad, his new wife and their offspring. She went... That made me laugh, sorry. Offspring. She went mad at the fact that I'd help Liz get her clothes back and said that the pampered little princess deserves to suffer in prison.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm sorry, but Liz is a person. Don't hit me.
Stop reading fucking bullshit then.
I'm sorry, but Liz is a person.
Yeah.
In capital letters.
Liz is a cunt.
She has everything taken away from her and has no prospects for when she's released. She's family, just like Katie, my kids, and Sarah. I'll stop sending the money because Katie is unhappy, but I think Liz deserves some love and comfort, and I want to try and change Katie's mind. Go on then.
See if you can find me the violin. Yeah, the world's smallest violin, so I can play a tune for her. This bitch is dehumidified, or whatever fucking word he said, when she trafficked people in disgusting conditions and she wants to put on a fucking dress. She gonna lost her fucking mind. Honestly, he's a fucking knobhead. I don't care how sorry you feel for her. She done something she made human beings into fucking bitch. Go on.
Come on, so the first one.
Fucking bitch.
She had everything taken away from her.
Oh.
No, she was human trafficker and is facing the consequences. She's basically a slaver, a modern day slaver.
She is, yeah.
The next person. I'm sorry, but Liz is a person. So are all the people Liz helped to traffic,
Right.
but she didn't seem to care much about them. Also, please be fake. Please be fake. Please be fake. Please be fake.
Yeah, it goes
please
on.
Be fake. Please
Yeah.
be fake.
Did he respond to any of it?
I don't know who. No.
How he's got any sympathy for that? I'd be like, you've done this to yourself, mate. She's dehumanised because she has to
No,
wear a
they
uniform.
haven't actually.
Oh, the stuff's been blocked out of that one. It's what I've just said.
Right, so that person there is like, reading this story, I just repeatedly said, what about the people she enslaved?
Yeah.
Like 20 times. Oh, get off. The fuck. Holly, like, actually, I think this is the single worst am I the arsehole post I've ever seen. The level of evil inside OOP and Liz's heart cannot be compared.
Right.
Like small young people, most likely women and girls, were kidnapped, drugged, sold by family members, abandoned,
Trying to pay off their debt
and
to come over to this
whatever
country.
else they're forced into a state of constant, never-ending fear with little no hope to escape. Then it's all blanked out because I have no
It's
idea.
the fucking audacity to me. It's audacity.
I think he's. I think
he's in the right place, actually. Am I the devil? Yes. Your sister certainly is, mate.
I don't think he should be helping her.
No, not at all. I think
There is a consequence for your actions, and that's what she needs to be paying her
Listen,
debt.
some people go to prison for like taxes, for
She needs to be paying her debt.
for fucking, there's many things, right, that are not compared to this situation. She literally took advantage of vulnerable people just trying to start a life wherever it is that they're from, and took all their money, had them do slave labour, and bitch wants to put on a dress. Go and fuck yourself and your mum, bitch. And that's how I feel about that.
You got anything else to say?
No, she's a bitch.
you-
You're a bitch.
are you good?
Bitch.
Yeah, it's not great, is it?
It's so bad. Honestly. I don't know why he feels sorry for her. Maybe because
Yeah.
everyone's abandoned her.
I think that's it. I think he's feeling sorry for her. Him having some sort of actual humanity in him. He's feeling sorry for her because she's pathetic.
Yeah, but she's worse than
actually-
pathetic.
He needs to leave her be.
Because actually, I think she's a manipulator. Because I think, she's just trying to manipulate
She needs
somebody
to be
else.
left be. He needs to take a step back and not get involved.
Don't get
in that
involved.
drama.
Listen, if he wants to go and see her, fine, whatever.
Half sister.
But
Whatever.
don't involve yourself
Do
really in
not
that,
get
mate.
yourself
Because
involved in
she's
that.
going to a very special place when she dies. I can assure you. Right, moving on. You thought you'd enrage me with that one, bitch. A bitch. That one was a bitch.
Was that the first one? No, it was my first one.
Yeah, your first one.
Oh shit.
Okay. Am I the arsehole for leaving my husband for his brother? and expecting our families to eventually accept us.
No, just keeping it in.
And
the
then
family.
in red in a box it says romantic.
Ugh.
Right. Okay. I, 32 female, have been married to my ex-husband Tom, 34 male, for 5 years. Didn't even make it to 7.
Can't even give her an excuse.
Can't
for
even give her the 7-year itch. We had been together since college, and while our relationship was stable, it had become increasingly boring over the years. Yeah, well, that's marriage, brother.
Yeah, the mundane things in
Yeah.
life are real.
Yeah.
You have to get through them as well.
I'm a housewife. About more than a year ago, Tom's brother Jake, 31, and I got close after he came to stay with us for a few days and soon started having an affair. Day 3. Having an affair. I knew it was wrong, but the connection I felt with Jake was something I hadn't experienced with Tom in years. That's going to wear off as well, sweetie. This went on for a while until one evening Tom caught me and Jake together. He was devastated and furious and demanded that we both leave the house.
Off you pop
We moved
together.
out and we're staying at Jake's place. Both our families completely cut us off and refused to speak to us. Soon we got engaged, and when Jake's family found out about this, Jake's family gave him an ultimatum to choose either me or his family, or they would cut him off, take him out the will and disown him. I tried to convince him otherwise, but Jake chose his family. Oh, bitch! Now what? Chose his family. He cut off all contact with me.
He's obviously getting a good inheritance.
Yeah, leaving me to figure everything on my own. I tried to contact him, but he just doesn't respond to me. I'm considering reaching out to my family to try and mend fences,
The love of her life.
but I'm unsure if it's even possible at this point. I didn't accept it, and I didn't extend or... No, you're going to have to read it.
Anticipate.
There you go. I didn't anticipate the extent of the fallout. Why, I don't know. But my parents and sister refused to speak to me and have decided to cut me out of the inheritance. I'm currently crashing on at a friend's place and nowhere else to go. So am I the arsehole for leaving my husband for his brother and expecting our families to accept us? Go!
Absolutely. I'm sorry.
What a lunatic.
What, you thought because you're keeping it in the family, everyone will be alright about it?
What is...
Yeah, there's no bad blood here. We're all still family.
You tore brothers, literal brothers apart, but fuck Jake as well.
Yeah.
Fuck
I mean,
him.
I'd still be cutting him out of that will. Or definitely making it a smaller cut.
How families hurt each other like this is beyond me.
It's madness.
So top comment says, if this isn't rage bait, then yeah, you're the arsehole. I'm impressed that you don't think otherwise. If this is rage bait, good story, bro. And then someone else said, I didn't anticipate the extent of the fallout. That's the final nail for me to not take this seriously.
I don't know. I do not. I actually cannot see her point of view.
I can't see it at all. You got everything that was coming to you. They clearly weren't that in love.
No,
Because he was like,
the brother obviously was like, I've got nowhere to live. Let's rock up at my brother's place. Oh, I'm Nobby's wife, but I'm here.
yeah.
Oh, let's run away together. It's magical.
Then we're going to cut you off the good and the will. Oh, let's dump that bitch.
See you later.
There's plenty of fish in this. There was plenty of fish before you stuck your dick in her, mate. Like, honestly, she's a massive slag. Day 3. So he's gone there for a couple of nights. Day 3, she slept with him, and then they're in love. Yeah. You are in the right Reddit. You are the devil.
Oh, it's pretty vulgar, isn't it?
It's so weird that people do such weird things. You can't give me this, we're so in love, because if your brother, I'm trying to think of the way of saying that. If your, it would be my sister, if my sister's boyfriend and I was getting a vibe, or I'm trying to think how that would work. Paul's brother come to stay and I was getting a vibe, I'd like step away from that situation. I wouldn't say anything to cause any tension, but I would definitely be like, that's weird.
Yeah, I'll be out, mate. I'm out.
Yeah, I'm gonna go and stay round blah blahs for a couple of
Can you
nights.
go now?
Yeah, bye.
Time to go home.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Idiot, mate. Honestly, I feel like it's getting warmer up here. Or I'm just getting more excited. It was the trafficker one. It spiraled me.
Could you imagine? I mean, honestly, like, the nerve of the brother.
Yeah, to hurt his brother like that. That's what's so shocking. It's not even her, babe. It's the bond of brother and
I can't
sister.
even believe that his family's like, pick her or the bonds, and he's like, all right, I'm choosing the money. So, what, hang on a minute. What about your brother?
Maybe they can heal from this, but she will never. She thought that she was in love with Jake. She thought we're in love now, but they weren't actually in love, and it was a waste of everyone's fucking time.
My life.
It's disgusting. Thank God no mention of children. I'm hoping there's no children.
Yeah, I hope not.
I hope not, but who fucking
that
knows?
That would be fucking messy, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Ugh.
I know, right?
I hate that we're kind of getting at a point where we're starting to
expect it.
There's similarities in stories now, isn't there?
Yeah.
Like there's a lot of shit going on.
There's more
in the
wrong-uns than you ever expect there to be. Even though we know there's wrong-uns because we've seen a lot for ourselves, it's just the level of some people will go to is crazy to me. That there's no loyalty.
Is that you couldn't write this shit, but actually so many people actually are going through the same type of shit.
Yeah, it's
that you're like, what?
Yeah, sometimes, even in life when I've had friends tell me stories, sometimes I'm like, my mouth's like wide open because I'm like, you really saying this stuff out loud?
It's awful, isn't it?
It's so, honestly.
What, this happened in real life?
Yeah, real life. You actually did this to someone. Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, never cease to be
guys.
amazed. Go on. Hit us with the next obscene one. I like this Reddit thread. I do. They're all out of control.
Implications of her birth plan.
Okay.
So it's come from Am I the Arsehole for asking my wife to think about the long-term implications of her birth plan.
Okay.
So throwaway because my friends know my name. Okay. I know dudes get ripped in here for posting their opinions about birth, but I think this is an important opportunity for my wife, and I'm posting because I believe the situation is erased and she's not hearing me out.
Okay.
My 34 male wife, Beth, 28 female, is 33 weeks pregnant. We're both very ready for this baby to come. My mum is super hands-on with my entire family. My two brothers' wives are very close with her, but Beth has just never really clicked with the way the others two did. I'd be lying if I said it didn't bother me that my wife seems disinterested in getting closer with my mum and my sister-in-laws. For all 5 of the births of my sister-in-laws and my mum's 3 births, they were all unmedicated. It is clearly a point of pride for all of them to have done it naturally. My mum said she chose to do it because she didn't want me and my brothers born doped up, and she wanted to experience the full spectrum of becoming a mother.
Carry on.
Beth, on the other hand, is very fearful of birth and has talked to our doctor about being medicated. I don't love the idea of the mother of my child being loopy, oh my God, and out of it at such a critical moment, but those concerns fell on deaf ears when I raised them. I felt very excluded during this discussion around pain management, and neither Beth nor our doctor were receptive of my ideas. Relax, so it's okay. My mum was asking me about our birth plan the other day, and I don't know why I did this, but I just sort of panicked and told her that Beth was going for the all natural way, like she did and my sister-in-laws have. To say my mum freaked out with happiness is an understatement. She was thrilled that Beth was open to experiencing the full range of motherhood, and this might sound crazy, but I think if Beth shared the rite of passage with my mum and sister-in-laws, they might finally gel.
He wants to get a life.
I told Beth about my slip-up. Like, he's now shitting himself because he's called it a slip-up. To see if she'd be open to changing her mind, given how this could serve as a crucial bonding experience for them to share, and she lost her mind, yelling about how she wasn't going to compete with my mum and sister-in-laws during her birth. She emphasised that it was her birth again and again, which I don't think is fair, because it will be an experience we both go through, just differently.
Dickhead.
I was just trying to get her to see that there was an opportunity for her to create some sisterhood with the women of my family. I wasn't dictating or even pressuring her. I just thought she would want to know how happy it made my mum.
Gives a fuck.
She told me she didn't give a fuck about sisterhood, which was very intense because Beth does not swear. I wasn't trying to upset her.
Me either.
I just think she would be wise to see the potential long-term implications of not having this shared experience with my mum and sister-in-laws. But Beth has been furious to the point of not speaking to me for several days, and I'm starting to wonder if I'm in the wrong. Even if I was trying to help, am I the arsehole?
Okay. So, first of all, so I always allocate for the father, saying they should be there in the room, part of it, blah, blah, blah.
It takes two to make that baby.
Absolutely. But when I say that, not at any point do I mean you have any fucking right at all to decide what your wife is going to take, not take, fucking do during the birth. Because let me tell you, for me personally, that was one of the most painful things I have ever done. And then even after all of the 18 and a half hours, 2.5 hour pushing, another 20 minutes further in theatre, they had to push him back up inside me to then have a C-section. So if Paul was on the side going, don't do this, don't take that, I would have punched him straight in the face and told him to get out. So I think when it comes to that, that's all on mum. That's her choice. Who gives a fuck?
I'm not being funny yet, but we have all had kids in our group, and every single one of us did it different.
We've all had a different experience.
But even the ones that did have medication still had different experiences than the next one that did. And then the ones of us that didn't still had different experiences.
Yeah. So, and all of us had...
So what does he do then if she went, okay, I'll do the natural way, and it went fucking wrong?
What happens if she got, like, for me, so I went all the way to
and then
dilation.
Her mum scorns her she didn't end up...
I was pushing. Then they tried the forceps, this, that and the other, had the spinal block, and then ended up needing a C-section anyway. But that's worse getting to that part than it is. And then the second, being the second, I did everything right. all the exercise, but everything right in order to not have a mass, because I ended up with I'm saying that wrong, digestional diabetes.
Mm-hmm.
Is that right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, where my first was £10 15 ounces. He was 5 weeks premature at 6:12, so still a massive baby. And I went
6'12"
in
ain't big.
for premature. It is 5 weeks premature.
Oh yeah, actually it is.
Yeah, so I went in.
It's a normal size baby.
I went in for a growth scan.
It was well early.
Yeah, I went in, had my growth scan, and they were like, "You're in labour. Your waters are broke."
You're like, when did that happen?
When did that happen? And then still, you know, really hours are gone. I mean, that is a story for another day, because Jenna, mate, come up because she wanted to be part of the birth. She's like a clown, mate. It was well funny, but that's another story for another day. Anyway, so that, like, doing everything I should, you know, trying to dilate, ended up being another emergency. His heart rate dropped. I had to have an emergency spinal block and then an emergency C-section. You don't know what's coming in your birth. If you can plan it. And didn't you have a water birth?
So my first, I had a water birth.
Yeah.
And I had paracetamol. That was the only painkiller. No, I didn't have paracetamol. I had the gas and air.
Nice, good times.
It was good.
I liked gas and air.
It was good.
I wish we could get that from summer and just walk around with it. I'd be a much happier person.
But yeah, no, but my experience, being that was my first birth, I had nothing to go off of.
Of course, yeah.
But I would have said that I had quite a good experience.
Nice birth,
because
yeah.
I did the full lot.
Yeah.
In the water. I did what I wanted to do, and it went to my plan.
Yeah. Second?
Yeah, that did not go to plan. That was supposed to be a water birth as well.
Yeah.
And I swear to God, the woman forgot to put
the
plug in the
No.
bath. I swear it was running forever. It felt like that bath was running and not filling up.
And not helping with your... I
went
wanted a
in
water
it.
birth.
I was pacing. I was pacing back and forth, thinking, this fucker ain't like... this is not filling up.
Yeah.
And then the next thing I knew, my waters had broke. And I'm like, call the nurse.
He's coming.
I'm like, and I swear, I flooded that room.
He went...
And he's out there going, pressing the button. No! Please come. And then the next thing I knew, I was literally like bent over and he was coming. That was it. But with him, I had nothing. There was no paracetamol. My body went into shock with that one.
I think however she does it doesn't make her any less of a woman in any way at all. And I think it, you know, if she wants all the drugs that are available,
fucking take them.
It's none of your business. Because I tried all of them, and I was on the gas and air as I got my spinal block. Good times. Good times. And I think it's really a shit world that we live in when you got to bring someone else down because someone had a paracetamol, you know, and had a natural birth. That's not the case for everyone. So mind your business.
Yeah, Top One says at this point, it's 2023 and people are still trying to force women into the noble suffering narrative.
Yeah.
I'm not violent, but I reckon I would have taken a swing at my partner if he had suggested no pain relief while I was giving birth.
I think he's still breastfeeding off his mum. Just come in my mind. I do. I think he still gets a bit bitty.
But it's not her birth. They'll be going through it together.
But they won't though. I promise you won't be going through it at the same time.
Like, he's the coach and she's the quarterback.
Oh, shut up.
Because they're a team. There's no I in team.
Yeah.
He genuinely thinks he should get 50% of the decision-making capacity.
They don't care. Doctors don't care what you've got to say. You are not the one.
He needs to fuck the right way off.
Yeah.
That's where I'm at.
You just need to be prepared for if there's a medical emergency.
Do you know what? I understand. I see where he wants her to have a connection with his mum because he's obviously watching his brother's wife.
Because he still breastfeeds.
Having a connection with his mum.
Yeah.
And he clearly wants her to be involved in that.
But she's never going to be involved if she's forced into random shit she doesn't want to do.
No.
It's only going to push her further away.
And the thing is, when you have a baby and there are other women who had a baby, you've already got that connection of let's compare our births. How is yours? fucking awful. How was yours?
Yeah.
I can't actually complain.
Yeah.
How did it all
Yeah.
happen? Yeah, we
Yeah.
had a great nurse. No, we fucking what nurse?
I think ultimately, you know, it's a very sensitive day when you go into labour, because when you're becoming a first time mum, all of a sudden, especially when your waters break, I don't know if you felt the same, but I was like,
I was in the water when mine did.
I was like, I've actually changed my mind, and I don't want to do this now.
No, I was in the water, and I felt that.
Yeah,
I was
mine
like,
was like that. I was laying on the bed. I'd been given, because I went in to have my waters broke because I was 42 weeks with my eldest. And
you were proper hanging on.
Oh, mate. It was so
No.
hot as well. It was 2006, so it was like that heat wave that we had. And I went in and I had a trapped nerve in my arm. So
I remember coming around to your flat and you were standing in the doorway like this.
Help me.
And you're like, I can't even get through the doorway.
Yeah. Help me. So I went in, they gave me a Valium so I could get some sleep, because they'd done the sweep and all that sort of stuff, given me the pessary inside. Gave me a Valium so I could actually get some sleep before the stuff started. So I was laying in bed and then I heard the pop and then it just fucking went everywhere. But they said when you go in you get scanned, they were like, you are in labour. I was like, oh, shut up. You've been saying that for 2 weeks. Fuck off. But yeah, I think leave it to her. Try not to force her or anything, because I think it's only going to push her further away from her mum-in-law and her the wives.
Yeah, providing that mum and the sister-in-laws aren't like, oh, well, we did it better. Like, have that sort of attitude.
Do you know what pisses me off? What I do hear is a lot of women go, you had a C-section, you had it the easy way. I can fucking... Women say that all the time to other women. I can assure you a caesarean section is not the fucking easy way out.
No.
You're cut. Your muscles are cut. Your womb's cut. Everything in between is cut. And you're left with this wound at the bottom of your stomach. You're not allowed to lift heavy. I can assure you. It's not a choice.
It's not a choice. It's not an easy way out either, because I know there are a lot of women that feel like they've been robbed.
Yes,
of
that I felt that way. Yeah,
giving.
That's why, like, when I
and to be told that you had the easy. No,
women say it all the
disgusting.
time. When I had it, that is why I was so careful, because like I say, it wasn't until I had it and he was £10.15 did they realise that I was diabetic.
Yeah.
So when I was pregnant with, I did everything in my power because I was desperate for a natural birth. I didn't get it. I still was lucky enough to breastfeed, which I remind him of, and it really upsets him. So I like that. But yeah, I think giving birth is a beautiful thing. Not all women are lucky enough to experience it through many, many problems. And I think women, first of all, stop bringing each other down. You ain't special if you have a natural birth with nothing. You're not special if you take all the drugs.
At the end of the day, if you've got a baby that makes it all the way through that pregnancy
and is happy and healthy, you've won.
You've won.
Yeah,
like,
so
it is a miracle that baby made it through.
Yeah, and stop trying to force people into your ideology of what a situation should be. She's just doing her best. Yeah, if she's scared, try and support.
Let her be scared, because it's a fucking scary process.
It is a scary process, because really
you don't know what's coming. Well, the thing is, even when you have had a baby and you're on your second or third, fourth, whatever, you still don't know what's coming.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, so you get pregnant.
Is the same. No birthing is the same.
The pregnancy itself is scary.
No,
something could go wrong. Trust. Something could go wrong. Then you go through the the birth of the child, which again, in my case, led them to be really concerned for my mortality because of the amount of blood that I was losing and that. Luckily I was fine. Then after that, trust me, still, so my eldest has just turned 18 and it's a constant worry all the time. So really, as mothers and women, we should just be supporting each other.
Yes, that's it. That's all there is to it.
Exactly. And not trying to be like, oh, I did it better than you, because there is no such thing as better than you.
No.
So, but yeah, anyway, that's a deep one, that one, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Hopefully this will upset you, but I don't know yet. Well, anyone.
That's the main target, is to upset each other.
That's literally what I do.
Fucking annoy you. Yeah.
Am I the arsehole for humiliating my sister at a family reunion?
Oh, I don't know yet.
Yeah. Every year, my male 21 family have a tradition where we do a talent show. During, it doesn't say that.
What?
During reunions, my sister, female 23, who loves writing poetry, decided to perform this year. She was excited and nervous, which I could see, and I know she put a lot of effort into the poem. I will say, I thought it wouldn't go up then. I will say that the poem was a little bit of a cringe. So's the talent show. Was a little bit of a cringe and emotional side. Okay. And which is why I did what I did. As my sister was recanting her poem, I thought it would be funny to stir the pot a bit. Right before she was about to finish, I started clapping loudly and making sarcastic comments like, "Wow, Emily." That was something. And I thought this was a poetry reading, not a therapy session. I even joked that she should stick to writing in her diary. No, you didn't. Stop it. That's fucking hilarious.
I'm glad we weren't there at that poetry reading. We were
And do you know whose fault it would have been? Yours. Always yours.
Always mine.
I thought it was harmless and
Fun.
fun.
Don't go out anymore.
I thought it was harmless and fun that everyone would see it as a joke.
Oh, no.
I didn't expect the room to fall silent or my sister to look so hurt. My Uncle Dad's brother laughed, and so did my 16-year-old younger brother. But I could tell my sister was really upset. I didn't back down or apologise because honestly, I thought she needed to learn to laugh things off. I always been that type to push boundaries and didn't think this was a big deal. After the talent show, my sister seemed really down, and the mood of the reunion, I'm going to make my nose bleed again, was off for the rest of the day. My grandma tried to comfort her, but I could tell my sister was about to cry. Since then, the reunion was yesterday. My sister has not talked to me, and my parents are also really upset with me. I'm now second guessing whether I crossed the line. I thought I was just being funny and keeping the mood light, but it seems like I might have been a arsehole. Was I wrong to do this? Am I the arsehole?
Oh, it sounds like you were a little bit of an arsehole.
I mean, he was an arsehole. She probably... So poetry comes from the heart, doesn't it?
I feel like you were a bit of an arsehole.
I feel like she was trying to read... I mean, not when he went, you should stick to writing in your diary.
I mean, I want to know what the poem was about for him to say, like, a therapy session.
I think I would have giggled, like, underneath, but I think he took it too. He should never have done that, especially since she hadn't even finished. I mean,
like, proper cut her off.
Like, cut her off at the most, depressing part of the whole poem.
Like, I'm sick of this. Well done!
Yeah, way!
Yeah, you finished that. Oh, what, you're not. Shit.
Right. So, obviously, he's been put over to Am I the Devil? You're the arsehole.
Massive. Yeah, you are a massive arsehole.
Yeah. You decided what was best for her and you were totally wrong. It takes a lot to put yourself out there and open up feelings to people. Can we just talk about the family talent show?
Yeah, but you know what? It takes a lot to
put on a family talent show.
Oh, just to do anything in front of your family, especially when you got a bunch of arseholes in them. Like, would you really though? She made that choice. I don't think she did anything wrong. I think he took it too far. Oh, he absolutely did. But she made that choice.
I'm
going to read one of my poems in front of my...
Not stick to your diary though. I think he's the arsehole. He took it too far.
Oh no, he's a massive arsehole.
Yeah.
He's made his sister really sad.
There was no need for that. You shouldn't have done that. Although, would I have laughed? I'm not going to lie.
I have laughed.
Yeah, I would have been like,
I would.
Yeah.
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 If I was at Sister, I probably would have cried.
Yeah. Yeah, in front of everyone. I mean, why didn't he let her finish and then take the piss like a normal person?
Because he's an arsehole.
But then even then I wouldn't have taken the piss. Even whether I liked it or not.
Yeah, it probably would have been a little bit more low-key with the uncle or the brother, like...
If they're on... Yeah, I would have whispered that to you, not loudly in front of everyone. Because if you're doing that and your sisters, you know... They're clearly feelings, deep feelings, and then you want to, like, tear her down, you're an arsehole. Are we finishing off? I don't know. Have you...
How many have I done? 2.
Yeah, so you need to read, and then I'll finish off, yeah?
Yaha.
It's because we keep going on fucking tangents and rants about these dickheads. I like this Reddit thread.
Yeah, but I don't know which one I want to do now.
I like that they're a while, so give me the titles and I'll tell you.
Okay. Did I ruin my marriage off of... Did I ruin my marriage by requesting a DNA test?
Okay.
And... Hold on, where's the other one gone?
Mm-hmm. These were easy to find, these ones, weren't they?
Yeah. It's a lot of arseholes.
Yeah, everyone's like massive arseholes.
I don't know. Or this one. Am I the devil to treat my ex-girlfriend like a Barbie doll and traumatise her? But hey, I don't want it to be my fault.
I want the DNA one.
DNA. Let's do the DNA. This one has been deemed arsehole from another realm.
They're all deemed arsehole.
Right, it's not too long, it's fine.
Because they deserve it. That's why I like it.
Okay, did I, 32 male, ruin my marriage by requesting a DNA test? My 32 male wife, 31 male. What?
Yeah, he means female.
I'm going with female, being between
He said my
DNA.
wife, yeah.
Gave birth to our newborn baby 3 months ago, and I thought things were fine. However, my wife did not. 2 months in, my wife approached me saying that she was exhausted from taking care of the baby alone, and she asked me why I wasn't helping. I told her that I thought I was helping, but she pointed out that I never get up at night, I never get the baby while it's crying, never change the baby or do anything. After some talking, I admitted that I was apprehensive about helping, and she asked why. I thought it was going to cause a fight, so I tried to change the subject. She told me that I should just tell her, because if I didn't, she was going to go to her parents' house for help sorry, that is not spelled right. For help until she went back to work. They put the in it. I don't know, it didn't make sense. Anyway, I didn't want that, so I told her that I wanted a DNA test. She said she wished I would have told her this when she found out she was pregnant. I didn't understand that because she agreed to it. She didn't seem mad or upset. She just said that I could set it up and we'd get it done because she didn't make the baby alone, so she shouldn't have to care for it alone. We did the test, and when we got the results back, I told her and showed them to her. She didn't say anything about it. She just asked if I felt safe enough to help now. I said yes.
He's a fucking prick. What's he want a DNA test for?
Yeah, I'm not really sure.
He hasn't mentioned cheating or anything like that.
Ah. Soon after that, I noticed her behaviour starting to change. No shit.
Yeah, innit?
With me and my family. Everything changed, and she started staying in different parts of the house, parts I wasn't in at the time. I finally asked her about it recently, and she said that she lost all respect for me. She said she spent 10 years of her life with me faithfully just for me to slap her in the face with a DNA test. I explained that I didn't think she had been unfaithful, but I just needed to be sure.
Then you think she's been unfaithful?
Yeah, what the fuck? She said she's trying to work through it, but everything I say sounds moronic and to her, and she should just leave it where it is. I thought if I showed her videos and had her listen to podcasts about DNA tests, she'd understand. But after the last one, she said she was going to stay with her parents. I don't know what's happening or how to fix it. Oh my god, you fucked up majorly. Mate. She wasn't even mad when I asked for it. No, she's probably disappointed, right?
Yeah, because she's like, why? What for?
I feel like she isn't hearing what I'm saying. I don't think anyone is right.
Nobody gets it.
It isn't that serious, and if she could just understand my perspective, I think she'll just adjust hers. She's not even against DNA tests, so I'm unsure as to what her issue is. I don't know.
The issue is you think she's cheated on you.
Why would you ask for a DNA test other than you weren't sure if that baby was yours?
Not to mention, he could just order the test, swab the baby's mouth and his own and send it back. He didn't even have to involve her in any of that. He didn't have to hurt their relationship by asking for one. He could have just done one. Do you see what I mean?
Yeah, but still, what for?
In his mind, she's cheated.
He said about if I showed her videos and had her listen to podcasts about DNA tests, she'd understand. What's he trying to? What is his point?
So unless he is listening to these podcasts and that, and on there these men are like, they all cheat. You know what I mean? One of those, like a rant one. The only reason for a DNA.
If he doesn't think that she's cheated,
but he clearly
does.
What
is the other reason?
There is no other reason.
Why?
There is no other reason. He clearly thinks she's cheated. Otherwise, he would. No, he clearly thinks she's cheated. Otherwise, he would not. Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. If he did think she had cheated, he didn't even have to involve her.
No, he could have just
in the DNA test. But he's decided to fucking stir shit up and make it like a whole thing.
And now he's a wounded fucking animal. I don't know what I've done wrong.
Yeah, and he's blaming it on her when basically he said you're a slag and you've been sleeping around. But I'm not saying that you have.
But you're going to do the DNA anyway.
Yeah, which means you think she's cheated on you. Unless he thinks God himself came down and put a baby in her and she's Mary
do you know what?
the second.
Probably because she didn't react to it. Like, okay, if that's
because
what you
it must be really knackered. Yeah, knackered and disappointed in the lack of faith he has in their relationship.
Yeah. So the top one is, she wasn't even mad when I asked for it. She wasn't mad at the time because she's too fucking exhausted to even get mad from having to raise your kid alone, you numpty.
Yeah. I'm assuming he won't invest in the child. His time and energy by the sounds of it as well, from what you're reading.
This motherfucker has never seen a woman be just completely over his shit before, clearly. Or he's too thick to know.
Yeah.
I think he's just been talking to too many people, hasn't he, really?
That's what I'm saying. He's got this toxic energy from somewhere. Because you wouldn't just... I could understand if there was like a history of her cheating, this, that and the other, or something was going on, but he hasn't given any evidence to the contrary of anything else other than be like, she had a baby, so now I want to do that. Is it going to be like that every single time they have a baby? Just do the DNA test without involving her. You could have put your mind at rest and not hurt her feelings. But you decided to be a prick. We need a DNA test just because I need one.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a fucking twat, mate.
I'm really sorry, mate. You are
a twat.
Yeah, you have completely fucked over your marriage.
For no reason whatsoever.
For no reason. Like, you literally sabotaged your own fucking future.
For no reason. Weird. unless he's just a massively insecure person. But again, that still leads me to just do the DNA test. It's a mouth swab.
Listen, do you know where that takes my head?
Where?
Why have you cheated?
Oh, yeah.
What you've been fucking about, and
Yeah.
then you think, oh, maybe I've been doing it 'cause
Yeah,
you've been
no,
doing
yeah,
it.
probably I didn't even go there. Should have gone. That should have been the first place we went. Yeah, you're right.
Ugh, it's just standard fucking procedure, isn't
Yeah,
it?
no, you're right. I don't know why I didn't go there, but you're right. He's probably cheating.
He's probably done something fucking stupid while she was pregnant.
So if he's done it, she must have.
yeah, obviously, and that's
Yeah.
how they go.
Fucking idiot, mate.
Obviously,
Ruined your
we
whole...
don't feel like every man is like that. But
No, but when they talk like this, like absolute fucking numpties
I don't
for
think
no
you've
reason,
cheated, but I need a DNA test.
then you think I've cheated.
Okay.
Yeah, but clearly you're right, he's cheated. So,
Stupid
let's see
man.
where this one takes us. Am I the arsehole for not going to my daughter's wedding because she contacted her grandma? So let's find out. Hello, hello.
Hi.
I'm 48 female and choosing not to go to my daughter's wedding because she contacted her grandmother. Let's see. On my late husband's side, let me explain. 25-ish years ago, my father-in-law called me on the phone to say that I had overspent on my wedding and that it was reflection of me being snooty and stuck up. I was very hurt, and so was my husband. My husband called his dad, demanding he apologise, but his dad refused. His mum called to apologise, but my husband and I agreed that it didn't count unless his dad said sorry.
Okay.
In the end, we cut contact with his whole side of the family.
It's like rich people problems.
So that we could start afresh. Every once in a while, my kids would talk about their cousins on my husband's side or ask to hear stories about my husband growing up in the... I'm going to say it wrong, so say it for me.
Indiana.
Indiana, and each time... I was going to say that, but in case I got it wrong. Growing up in Indiana, and each time I would get so upset... I would get so upset because I remember how his dad made me feel.
Oh, stop
bitch.
it.
Well, now my kids are grown up and my husband has since passed away. My daughter announced to me fairly recently that she has gotten engaged to her long-term boyfriend. I was initially happy with her until I saw the guest list. Almost half of my daughter's side... because a fucking notification came down. Until I saw the guest list, almost half of my daughter's side was my husband's family. She had confessed to meeting many of them and keeping in steady contact with her grandma. I told her that I would not financially contribute to the wedding and did not plan to go if his family attended. My new fiance said I was in the wrong. My new fiance, bitch.
You are in the wrong.
Said I was in the wrong, and my daughter broke a well-established family rule. Am I the arsehole? Edit. I looked over everything and will go to my daughter's wedding. I should have read that after. And keep to myself. I don't plan to contribute much otherwise. Also, I don't know why I had Ohio. It was Indiana. Laugh out loud. Okay, go.
Fucking self-righteous mother.
Yeah.
I will control your wedding.
Yeah.
Your list of people you're inviting is my list of people, and you can't invite your father's family. Your family.
I am shooketh that they cut the family off over such a stupid fucking reason. They had kids. His dad, he never saw his dad, his mum. There's more to this than just that.
I told you, rich people problems.
And if
Didn't say sorry to me.
And if it is just that, my God, we are in trouble as society.
Tell you what, So what? He didn't say sorry to you. You literally cut your whole family off, and it is your family. You married into it. Therefore, it's
Right.
yours. You've got kids. It's their family. It's just.
I'm shocked, mate. To keep her kids away.
Yeah,
it's
you
not
just
even.
take a step back, don't you? Yeah, of course you can still go see your grandparents. Of course you see your cousins. Darling, do you know what? I don't feel like going, but you go with them.
I'm
If you feel that passionate about having a fucking
Right.
apology.
And I'm not a massive one for cutting people off. I just generally, it's not something that I tend to do. It's very rare that I would cut someone off. And there are a couple of people that we have cut off as a family, and that is because of evil stuff that has been done. Nothing so stupid as this. And it took me years and years of back forward to get to that point. But to cut your family off because you spent too much money on a wedding and he said you're being snooty, you want to get it together, mate.
And didn't apologise.
She wants to miss her daughter's wedding. She is now starting the next generation of not talking.
Like, don't come then, Mum.
Yeah, and then
Don't come.
don't talk, and then that's another generation of family that are seeing you behind your back. Oh, I want to see my grandma. I've got to do it behind my mum's back. It's like a cycle. So there are no such thing as family rules that you can extend to your children once they are no longer children and no longer living with you. If you don't want to interact with your late husband's mother, that's your prerogative. Mm-hmm. Your daughter is a whole other human being capable of making her own decisions and has everything and every right to check on them. They may not be part of your family anymore, but they are by choice part of hers. Mm-hmm. You are the arsehole for punishing your daughter for reaching out to her own grandmother because you're still upset about a comment that woman's husband made to you 25 years ago.
Yeah.
That is literally it in a bubble. That is how pathetic it is. You ain't got to talk to anyone you don't want to, but you certainly can't continue
you rock
a cycle.
up to your daughter's fucking wedding because that's what you do. You
Sometimes
smile and wave,
it's shocking.
And you fucking get on with it.
It's shocking how pathetic people are. That means they ain't got no real problems.
Rich people problems.
That they find problems.
Yeah.
What can be a problem? Oh, this non-bullshit.
Oh, he thinks I spent too much money and won't say sorry.
He said that I'm snooty and everything.
Fuck off.
25 years later.
You probably did.
Over the years.
So what?
See photos, 25 years later, you're still crying about it. Bitch, please. People are dying. Yeah? Honestly. People are dying. You've got some fucking man whose wife shagged his brother and you're crying because she said you spent too much money. I have never, ever encountered such idiocy, mate. I'm telling you.
I have.
Get a fucking... Do you know people like that?
I feel like I do.
I feel like I do as well. And you're like, mate, stop it.
Yeah.
Right. Are we done?
Yeah.
Okay, everyone. Thank you for joining us today.
Like and subscribe.
Yes. And head over to Reddit.
To Reddit.
And give us your stories and we will include them in our podcast.
Please.
Subscribe. Do it.
Wow. What do you think of that? What don't you think of that? I think that girl has got